And this is just the beginning of America First.
Dumb people, liberal people.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
I gotta go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by gold. You know the thing. You're a lying dog-faced pony shoulder. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Look, talk about education. I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools. School, not daycare. School, from home. The problems that come from home. We have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. The teachers are kind. I'm married to a teacher. My deceased wife is a teacher. Help? They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And when they get caught, and when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. No good. No good.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position. Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I try to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
The truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
And he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water.
Hello? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello? Hello, everyone. Hello. Wow. What a tremendous day to be alive. So we got the mic in the shot. As normally, we have the mic in the shot like a professional. Because that's what I am. I'm a professional. As you can see, I'm a professional individual. I've got the mic in the frame, and I'm coming at you live from new-ass Jersey. I know, right? Like, usually I come from old Jersey, and it's stinky, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the new one. So we're in the new one, and, God bless. Isn't that just amazing? Yo, I really need to, like, sneeze all of a sudden, and, like, I've got nothing around me. So, that's a great start to the show. So hopefully everyone's having a good morning. I'm having a tremendous morning. In fact, let me show you how good of a morning I'm having. So remember when I said that I was in New Jersey for a family emergency? Well, it appears that thing is clearing up, and it appears that it's actually going really well. So, now I don't have all the information yet, but it seems like we're out of the woods to my understanding, and that's cool. So, just throwing that out there. All right, so I'm gonna be here for a couple more days, maybe. And, when I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm probably not sure the day I'm supposed to leave. I am not sure if I'm going to stream in the morning. It might be I stream when I get home, which would maybe be at like 1 or 2 p.m. So I'm just throwing that out there. At some point in the next couple of days, we are going to leave in the morning. And therefore, I will be doing my regular show in the afternoon. I think right now, tentatively, we're scheduled for Sunday. But, things can change. So I just thought I would throw that out there. So, yeah, that's basically the haps, right now. And, yeah, so I got some news here that's, going to be really interesting. I would like to say hello to everyone in the chat room first, though. So we got Daniel in the chat, Fun Police in the chat, Classical Anti-Fascist in the chat. We got Bob in the chat. We got Yodeler Yodels in the chat. We got Smia Koran in the chat. We got Bliarg in the chat. We've got Billiard Dilliard in the chat. We've got Amanda Richardson in the chat. We've got Skeletino 420 in the chat. We've got Laura Rolla in the chat, currently struggling to create food, which is a great struggle. One of my favorite things in the world is having so many options, and saying I can make anything I want. Imagine this, 200 years ago, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, even, but more so on the 100. Human beings used to spend a majority of their lifetimes hunting for their next meal or foraging, and now we live in a society where you just don't have to do that. All of this free time, isn't that we have so much free time. Do you ever think about how much free time we have that our ancestors didn't? They were out there hunting for food. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here on my computer doing a fucking talk show. It's incredible. Hello, home. Hello, Mr. Billy Rubin. Hello, Mr. Freak Glitcher. Hello, Felix Cornelius. Hello, Jeffrey Burroyce. How's the mic smelling? It's smelling good, actually. Did I get everyone? Hello, Win One at a Time. Hello, Love Ya. Hello, Mila Resson. Hello, Lil Red Alice. Hello, Addie Had Me Like. Hello, Joe F. Fellow Corporate Chills. F for the fellow Corporate Chills. Got some coffee here. Chihuahua-based coffee. I no longer have coffee. Alright. I think that's everyone. So unless a new user pops out of the woodwork, as opposed to the steelworks, of which I am not covering. I'm only covering the woodworks on this show. Pronounced reason? Yeah, I know. I mispronounce everyone's names on purpose. I apologize if that's offensive, but people mispronounce my name all the time. Like both first and last. They go like Andrea. It's like, what? Who's that? I have never met that person in my life, right? So it's like, fuck it, whatever. Anyway, so I was sent this article. And this article was a profound interest to me. There's so much that is interesting in this article. So this is from the BBC. Iran's supreme leader tweets an attack threat to golfing Trump. Whew. Don't you just love this? Isn't this just amazing? Like, don't you, like, this is one of those situations where it's like, I've got my soundboard open, and it's like, what do I say about this? Like, what could, like, I could press, like, I could do this one.
And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, where they thought about it.
Right, so anyway, let's go down. So here we have the photo of what appears to be a drone of some sorts. The image from Ayatollah Khamenei, yes, that's the person, I've heard that name before, accounts appears to depict Donald Trump playing golf below an aircraft. Now, I want to say that the account is no longer with us. As you can see, view original tweet on Twitter. Shit's gone. So, that's a shame, but let's read. The Twitter account of Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. People mispronounce my name too, so it's not on purpose, has posted what appears to be a call for an attack on Donald Trump in revenge for last year's killing of its top military commander. Yeah, remember when Trump almost started a world war by assassinating a top military general, and then, like, everyone else forgot? Remember that? Well, I mean, Iran didn't forget, so... the post features a depiction of a man resembling the former U.S. president playing golf in the shadow of a warplane or large drone. Vengeance is inevitable, it reads. Some Twitter users have called for the social media giant to suspend Ayatollah Khamenei's account, which, of course, as I said, just happened. Twitter closed President Trump's hugely influential account earlier this month after he published posts that were widely considered to have encouraged violence that gripped the U.S. Capitol. I think we already know that. The tweet from Ayatollah Khamenei's account refers to General Qasem Soleimani, who was assassinated by a U.S. drone in Baghdad a year ago. Under Soleimani's leadership, Iran had bolstered pro-Iranian militant groups, expanded its military presence in Iraq and Syria, and orchestrated Syria's offensive against rebel groups in its long-running civil war. So you can check this out. Let's see. Is there anything else worth reading here? I don't think so. But this is pretty funny. So, again, I am not encouraging violence in any capacity. But the idea that we have state leaders getting banned on Twitter because they're threatening to kill each other, I mean, that's just really fun to watch. It really is just hilarious. And in the words of Donald Trump,
no good. No good.
I want to emphasize the laugh track on that one. I just, like, again, I'm sorry. I need to, like, listen to the laugh track here.
No good. No good.
Like, that is at a rally in North Carolina. He said that. Like, the guy's a stand-up comedian. So the guy, like, the idea that there's a stand-up comedian out there who's getting death threats from the supreme leader of Iran, it's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, so that's that. And, again, no good. Let's see. This is exactly what I hoped would be the first story of the day. Yeah, me too. That's why I did it as the first story of the day. That's the thing. It's like, you can hope that this is the first story of the day, right? And then, like, I don't hope, I just do, because it's my show. Isn't it amazing? Like, I've got my own thing that I do, and, like, y'all are just watching this. There's no reason you're watching this. What do you, like, what? The only reason in this chat room is Mila reason. There is no other reason as to why you would watch this shit fuck show. What else do I have, though? I got some other stuff that's worthy of discussion. Let's get this. All right. Hopefully soon my setup will be back to where it is, and I won't have to, you know, look left and right and all that crap. Although I do love looking left and right. It is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm just setting this up real quick. Whenever I like set something up last night, and I'm like, I'm going to talk about this in the morning. I love scanning these people's Twitter accounts because it's like over the course of the last 8 hours of our lifetimes, this person has been cringing out on Twitter. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot to catch up on. All right. Wow. Hello, everyone. Hello, home. Well, he's free game now, and he's not prez. I mean, yeah. American presidents have assassinated citizens of other countries with impunity. Hey, if Iran wants to do the same, it's not president anymore. What do I care? It doesn't affect me. Actually, it does affect me, because then I can make a video about it, and that would be fun. So, hello, Blair. How's it going? Imagine like you live your entire life and your name is Blair. That sounds so interesting to me. It's just so curious. Like you live your entire life and you're Blair. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Hello, Amanda. I think I already said hello to you. I'm pretty sure. Hello, Red Titan. I didn't say hello to you. I'm so happy Biden won instead of Trump. Yo, same. Hello, Ray Estro Death. I don't like Biden, but yeah, no, same. Fuck that guy. We're here for the science. I feel it. I love science. A stand-up comedian getting in trouble because of something he did in the past. Yep, that scans. There you go. See, that's a good joke. Tony Blair, that's a bad Blair. Hello, Jeffrey. Hey. How's it going? All right, so we've got some more stuff. So, I would like to start this segment, with a message from our sponsor.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
So, Marjorie Taylor Greene has did it. She was a little late. Now, I want to start this story off by saying that yesterday's show was supposed to be the show where I announced that she filed articles of impeachment against a President Joe Biden. But I didn't because, quote, it was a lot harder than I expected it to be, was what Marjorie Taylor Greene said in response to none of her colleagues doing this with her. So she had to write all the paperwork by herself, to my understanding. But she did it. It's been done. And let's watch the 4-minute... Like, this is like a 4-second video, and like... Have you ever seen, like, House of Cards, right? I've been rewatching that show. Have you ever seen House of Cards, and you know when they go into those, like, bunkers to have the private quid pro quo conversations? That's where she is right now. She's in some sort of bunker. Let's watch.
Just filed articles of impeachment on President Joe Biden. We'll see how this goes. Just filed
It's a 5-second video. Like, that's incredible. Like, that's incredible. Like, that's the thing about this person, is that she just tweets out these, like, 5-second videos. And then that's it. Like, it's just incredible. All right, so here's our official statement here. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene introduces articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden. All right, let's watch. Let's read, no less. Actually, instead of let's read, I'll read it for you, and then you can just listen. That's actually the happy middle ground. Today, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden for his corrupt actions involving his quid pro quo in Ukraine and his abuse of power by allowing his son, Hunter Biden, to siphon off cash from America's greatest enemies, Russia and China. This is not how you write an article of impeachment press release. This is just like a blog post, but we'll keep going. Congresswoman Greene released the following statement. President Joe Biden is unfit to hold the office of the presidency. Hey, I don't disagree. His pattern of abuse of power as President Obama's vice president is lengthy and disturbing. I would love for you to tell me more. President Biden has demonstrated that he will do whatever it takes to bail out his son, Hunter, and line his family's pockets with cash from corrupt foreign energy companies. I mean, sure. I can't wait to read the supporting evidence. President Joe Biden is even on tape admitting to a quid pro quo with the Ukrainian government threatening to withhold $1 million, is that $1 billion? Unbelievable. $1 billion in foreign aid if they do not do his bidding. President bidding Biden residing in the White House as a threat to national security, he must be immediately impeached. All right, finally, the points. The actual arguments. Let's go. The case against President Joe Biden is vast and detailed. Joe Biden abused his power of the office of the vice president, enabling bribery and other high crimes and misdemeanors by allowing his son to influence the domestic policy of a foreign nation and accept various benefits by allowing his son. So basically, the claim here is that Joe Biden did nothing because his son did something and Joe Biden allowed him to do so. So the whole argument here is that Joe Biden did nothing. All right. Including financial compensation from foreign nationals in exchange for certain favors. The evidence of widespread knowledge, corruption, and collusion on behalf of the Biden family with foreign nationals is clear and compelling. That's the point. Like, I just want you to understand this is how Republicans work. So that's what they wrote. Instead of listing out the evidence of quid pro Joe or whatever they call him, right? Instead of listing out the evidence, they just say, yeah, it's widespread knowledge. Everyone knows about it. It's widespread. I know about it. My dog knows about it. You don't know about it? Well, I'm not going to tell you, but it's widespread. And it's also clear and then compelling. As vice president, Joe Biden was the senior Obama administration official overseeing anti-corruption efforts in Ukraine. Hence, any illegal activity involving corruption and conducted by Hunter Biden within or in relation to Ukraine would fall under the purview of the office of Vice President Biden and the Obama State Department's anti-corruption efforts. In fact, many State Department officials within the Obama administration repeatedly registered reservations about Hunter Biden's role on the board of a corrupt company. Wow. Thus, any instances of corruption on behalf of Hunter Biden via his role as a board member of the Ukrainian-operated Burisma energy firm were intentionally not investigated or covered up.
8 months after his alleged meeting with the Burmese executives, so this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese. A real beautiful company.
It's a beautiful company. In 2016, Ukraine's top anti-corruption prosecutor, Viktor Shokin, had an active and ongoing investigation into Burisma and its owner, Mykola Zlochevsky, right? At this time, Hunter Biden continued to serve on Burisma's board of directors. They say pronounce it Burisma. According to news reports, then Vice President Biden threatened to withhold $1 billion in United States loan guarantees if Ukraine's leaders did not dismiss Shokin. After that, Ukraine's parliament fired Shokin. This is damning evidence. It's both clear and compelling. During his father's reign in the vice presidential position of power, Hunter Biden built many business relationships with foreign nationals and received millions of dollars from dullards, no less, from foreign sources, seemingly in exchange for access to his father. The financial transactions which Hunter engaged in illustrates serious counterintelligence and extortion concerns relating to Hunter Biden and his family. Of course, I don't know Bo, I know Hunter. President Joe Biden gravely endangered the security of the United States and its institutions of government through blatant nepotism. Blatant nepotism. Wow. Where was Jared Kushner in the United States government again for the last 4 years? Blatant nepotism, though. Unbelievable. He enabled his son to influence foreign policy and financially benefit as a result of his role as vice president. He supported his son engaging in collusion with the Chinese Communist Party linked officials. They're not just Chinese Party linked officials. They're not just Communist Party linked officials. They're Chinese Communist Party linked officials. Unbelievable. He allowed his son to trade appointments with his father and other high-ranking administration officials in exchange for financial compensation. He permitted his son to take money from Russian oligarchs, including Alina Baturina, the wife of the former mayor of Moscow, So yeah, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, certainly an interesting individual. Again, she filed articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden. So let's scroll up. She's got some other. Here's a little clip of her in a news show.
Used the office of the vice presidency. He abused the power by threatening to withhold money, foreign aid to Ukraine in order to help his son Hunter Biden in his business scams in a Ukrainian energy company. And we cannot have a person in the president's seat wielding the power of the United States that is willing to abuse his power and willing to help his son basically make money. This is the Biden.
Now again, is Biden peachy clean? Nah, no. Now I would love to see what Marjorie Taylor Greene would have impeached Bernie Sanders over. That's one of my, Bernie Sanders day one. He would have legalized marijuana. That would be pretty cool. He would have canceled student loan debt. That'd be pretty cool. But the most important thing that they stole from us, they being Barack Obama and Joe Biden for that instance, the main thing that they stole from us was seeing how Marjorie Taylor Greene would impeach Bernie Sanders.
Biden crime family. And there's an investigation.
The Biden crime family. That sounds like something I talk about with the Trumpers. Reminder, they're gangsters. That's what they are.
Basically make money. This is the Biden crime family. And there's an ongoing investigation into Hunter Biden's laptop. And there's a lot of information there that is very damning. And it's a dangerous situation for our entire country, the American people, and American business and American interest when there's a president in place that will do anything and everything in order to help make his family rich. The evidence is already there.
I mean, again, if you take this word in a vacuum, right, and it's not Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is just text on a screen. You know what? I'm sympathetic. You know what? I don't want someone in the presidency who's, potentially corrupt. Now, do I think Joe Biden is a corrupt genius? No, I don't. And that's why this whole thing is dumb. But when you factor in that Marjorie Taylor Greene is a Trump fan, right? When you throw that factor into this equation, this all begins to just become like a fucking reality TV show. So you're saying Joe Biden is just trying to use the office of the presidency to make money? Meanwhile, you just attempted to overturn the election to install a dictator, by the way, whose name is Donald Trump? What?
Joe Biden is on camera, on tape himself, admitting that he threatened to hold back $1 billion.
I said, I'm not going to.
I mean, again, Donald Trump is on tape bullying a Secretary of State into finding votes. That is such more of an abuse of power, and they should have impeached him for that on top of the insurrection. The idea that was just swept under the rug, the Georgia phone call, that was huge. Go watch my stream of it. I streamed the whole thing. It's great.
We're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting $1 billion. I said, you're not getting $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid at the time.
Those are his own words. So that one's easy. It's already out there. As far as Hunter Biden's laptop is concerned, there's
the laptop from hell.
There's copies of it. And so this will be something that unfolds, and it won't be
unfolds, like the laptop. You get it? So the laptop, right? You know how it's there's the keyboard, and then this is the screen, and then it goes like that, right? So the laptop from hell is going to unfold, right? And then it'll copy itself, and then Hunter Biden.
Quick process, but it's one that I intend to work diligently on.
Well, I'm glad that Marjorie Taylor Greene is working so hard. That's a great image, totally created. Again, this is a sitting member of Congress. Impeach Joe Biden! ! Text impeach. And that's it. It's just white background, black text. Incredible. So we have Dinesh D'Souza. I'm sorry,
Joe Biden has been in office.
His sons
should I this is a separate. Hold up. I'm gonna add this to my bookmarks. I'm gonna do that one tomorrow, This is gonna be. I'm gonna do that tomorrow because this is already lasting too long. I love this image of him like just like what is that? Ugh. Hey everyone, I'm Joe Biden. And I'm running for United States Senate, and you know the thing. Like, what is that? Who does this? Like, should I do the rest of the show like this? I don't like. What is that? Like, I seriously don't know what that is. Yeah. So anyway, this bitch is going crazy. And it's really fun to watch. So again, if you haven't been paying attention to Marjorie Taylor Greene, I mean, again, this is high class entertainment, and it's all free. It's all free. This is free. Like, it literally costs you $0 to scroll through her Twitter feed. It's amazing. That's amazing, dude. Like, think about that. Like, I really need you to grasp this. Right? This is free. Like, you don't, like, there's no Netflix subscription. There's no, like, cable subscription. I mean, technically you have to pay your taxes. So, I mean, in a roundabout way, you're funding it. But, like, this is free asterisk entertainment. You can just scroll her Twitter feed whenever you want. And I guarantee you it's going to be epic. Wow. Hello, Angela. So Joe Biden didn't launder money from Ukrainians? That's what she's saying, question mark? I don't know. Did they? I guess that's what the investigation will find out. Hello, Top Damage Wizard, also known as Wizard. Hello, Taz the Immortal. I gotta get, I gotta find the sound drop of Trump saying the laptop from hell. The laptop from hell. So amazing. Marjorie Taylor Greene is simply a psychopath, terrified racist. No more? That sounds about right. It would have just said impeachment for being a socialist. I mean, if you're talking about Bernie Sanders, yeah. It would be one bulletin point. He's a socialist. And then the second bulletin point, he honeymooned in Soviet Russia. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day. I'm having a great day. I want to tell everyone that I'm just like, again, I feel amazing. Like, I literally cannot tell you how happy I am as a person. And I really hope that watching these streams in the morning is helping you as a person. I really hope that you're learning in some capacity. I hope I can teach y'all something. And if not, then that's the case. I hope it's entertaining. I hope this is a way for you. Like, you are spending day 2 of Biden's presidency. You're spending that with me, right? Like, that's an incredible honor, right? It's amazing. So, I've got a couple more things. Hey, Khalida, you did not miss everything. I got a couple more things. So I can, like, okay, so I've got, like, I did the thing I wanted to do today. That was talking about the impeachment against a President Joe Biden. I'm sorry, I gotta play the clip again.
You will file articles of impeachment against President Joe Biden.
I just love it. Did you see Tim Pool spend 30 minutes talking about the Jacobin cover? All right, that's the one I'll do next. Thank you for the segue. All right, so I got this clip from Tim Pool Clips, and it's certainly very interesting. So, I'm sorry. This is like, literally, I am about to like bully the shit out of this guy. Like, are you ready? Like, I don't know if you're ready. I mean, this guy's a millionaire, so it's like whatever, right? But like, I'm about to bully him, so let's go. So, Tim Pool, who, by the way, has self-admitted that he has no family.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. Because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is, though? It's definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's everybody else.
So that's Tim Pool. Again, he's about to be 34. He has no family. And he does this podcast.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
So this guy's got no family. And in the words of the president that he voted for,
only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
So this guy, now Jacobin, which I am subscribed to. In fact, my Jacobin copy probably is sitting in the mailbox in North Carolina, of which I'm currently not in, released a new, issue, and they honestly, hold up, let me get the actual cover art, on here, so that way we can analyze this, and then we can look at just how dumb that shit is. All right, so this is the Jacobin cover art, and as you can see, it's got like Joe Biden, like with the Twitter birds and the angels, and like this is just a great cover art. Everyone's looking at Joe Biden. Joe Biden looks a little bit slender. I don't think Joe Biden has this kind of physique, but that's okay. So everyone's looking at Joe Biden with awe, with mystique, right? You got Bill, not to be confused with another Bill. You got Obama, who looks like he's taking a nap or something. You got Hillary Clinton, who's just happy to be alive, right? This is a great cover. So it's obviously satirical. Let's watch Tim Pool, who, by the way, again, is about to be 34 and has no family.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Let's watch him dissect this.
And we'll talk about Joe Biden being president and this glorious image from Jacobin magazine. Now, I'll tell you what I find particularly fascinating about this is Jacobin is like socialist. Like their DSA, there's like communism. They get
the way this guy's brain works, right? Like this is something, right? And again, I want to say this. This is something that it sounds like someone who's about to be 34 and has no family.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
It sounds like something that's what they would say. So like this guy is like trying to describe Jacobin. There's socialist and communism. Like listen to that. Like this is like he just totally violates his own sentence. So this guy started a sentence, and then he violates his own sentence halfway through to just say communism. Listen to it. It's great.
The thing about this is Jacobin is like socialist. Like their DSA, there's like communism. They get their name from the French Revolution.
Jacobin are like socialist, like DSA and like, communism.
Socialist. Like their DSA, there's like communism. They get their name from the French Revolution, and they've put a cover out, and it's Joe Biden as Jesus with the sun behind his head, literally imagery of Jesus, and there are people below him like looking up and cheering and worshiping him, and there's angels filming and interviewing him. What are these people thinking?
Stop with this obsession with putting people.
So I just want to say, like, I don't know who this is. I know Tim Pool's got a lot of simps. He's got like a lot of people that like really try to ride his coattails, and I mean, all the power to him. Like if I were a dumb motherfucker, right? Like this, whoever this guy is, right? If I were like this guy and I was a dumb piece of shit, like monkey doo-doo for brains, right? And I had no talents, and maybe, I was in a situation similar to Tim Pool where I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
And then, instead of blaming everyone else like Tim Pool, I decide to just, all right, Tim Pool's my buddy. I know him somehow. Let me just try to usurp as many subscribers as I can by saying stupid shit and then make money and then never have to work again. So I get this guy's whole perspective, right? Like, I get it, right? Tim Pool's got a podcast. You show up on that podcast, you get paid, and you just do nothing, right? That's what I'm doing. I get paid to do nothing. By the way, where are my super chats, right?
Stop with this obsession with putting people above yourself and putting all the responsibilities and all your failures and all your hopes into one person and take some gosh darn personal responsibility for yourself.
Right. Okay. The thing about this that, again, is just so strange is these people literally based their entire lives, like their entire life for the last couple of years was based on Donald Trump. Like, everything they would do would be reacting to other people reacting to Donald Trump. Their entire career is based on simping for a billionaire, who, by the way, probably isn't even a billionaire, right? So that's what's so bizarre. These people have spent their entire career, like, their entire career is based on one person, and this is what they're saying. Meanwhile, by the way, of course, one of these people...
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. So... it's definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's everybody else.
It's definitely not him. Definitely not.
Darn personal responsibility for yourself.
But when you have a media ecosystem that is acting like Joe Biden is literally Jesus, then I don't see how we actually solve problems. Just to clarify my point.
Now, are there people in media that are treating Joe Biden as the savior? Yeah. That's what Jacobin's making fun of, right? But these people aren't talking about like those on MSNBC or CNN or whatever. They're not talking about that. They're talking about Jacobin. Why? Because communism, bro.
Joe Biden could do really horrible things, and they don't care. But it's funny because they say the same thing about, Donald Trump. Yeah. This is people worshiping Jesus Biden, who hasn't done anything. What did he do?
He defeated the devil.
Reed up against the wall.
Yeah, he defeated the devil. There you go. The evil Trump.
Yeah. I'm glad we got like a Super Smash Brothers style like character select screen at the end here. Let's like let's let the camera move. Like just listen to this. No audio, right? Like just look at this.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family because my dad had 2 kids by the time he was 27.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you know what the problem is though? It's definitely not me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's everybody else.
Probably. That's probably not wrong. But anyway, again, like, I really just don't understand this whole thing. I mean, apparently they were talking about this for like 20 minutes and they didn't realize it was a joke. Embarrassing. And again, this guy is going to go on his show and tell everyone that Jacobin, communism, bro, communism. He doesn't even know what it's about. He's never read it. Of course, Jacobin, like, they talk about all the time on their Twitter page. They've got like a book that one of their people published about Joe Biden and about how garbage he is. I get fucking emails about buying that book all the time, right? It's yesterday's man, buy it now, sale, right? But no, these people, these are fierce pro-Biden advocates. And that's like really what happens when you just don't, like, I mean, first of all, it's what happens when you're 34 and you have no family.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Right, that's first and foremost. When you're 34 and you have no family, boom, right? It's a recipe for disaster. But then, like, second order, right? When you just don't pay attention to anything, right? And you can just, like, hop on your fucking, like, you just hop on, like, your podcast and you just spew shit. And that's it. Like, you don't research. You don't read. You don't watch anything outside of the podcast. You just hop on your thing. All right, I scrolled through Twitter. I found this Jacobin cover. I can riff on this for 30 minutes. And then I need to find 2 more things, and then I'm done. That's work for today, right? That's what these people treat this as. They don't give a shit. And again...
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
I'm sorry. Oh, what a fucking freak. What a fucking freak. Anyway, thank you for that. How is Max the dog? Give me the scoop. I need the scoop immediately. What is the status of Max the dog? I don't know if Tim is grifting or if he's just that dumb. I think Tim is definitely just that dumb. I think everyone around him are also dumb, but then also grifting. Like, why would you go on Tim Pool's podcast if you had any self-respect? You wouldn't. And therefore... all of his buddies are freaks. He's wearing a Scully indoors. What a fucking rebel. Where's his sunglasses? That's a good point, actually. Is he stupid or does he know his fan base? Answer, both. That's correct. Communism is for pussies. Hey, Sarah. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Arusio. They say pronounce it Arusio. A real beautiful username. Hello, Mark. Hello, Wit Shunt. Note, Tim Pool nor Steven Crowder nor Ben Shapiro, not any of them come down to where we live to run off their mouth. Yeah, they just have their minions do it for you. That's what the Proud Boys are. Donald Trump's not going to go to Portland and, counter-protest a Black Lives Matter demonstration. He's going to get jug-fucked McShitstain in fucking, the next town over to go ride their monster truck into town. Why would Donald Trump do it? He just gets his minions to do it. That's what all these people do. They're betas. These guys all wear Guns N' Roses t-shirts, do they? Jesus. Whew. He's awake and he's being a Gudinho boy. I'm gonna demand, Juana, I'm gonna demand you send me a picture of Max immediately on Discord, and that way I can show the picture on stream. That's gonna have to happen. Oh, apparently I've already got a picture. Never mind. All right. So apparently, according to reports, this is a breaking news coverage. This is Max the dog. Currently alive, at least to my understanding. There seems to be a paper bag, or a plastic bag, no less. Let's zoom in on this. So as you can see, there's a plastic bag of some sort, on the floor with an unidentified object next to it. That could potentially be, blood. It looks like it looks red, so it could be blood. Could be a blanket. I don't know. As you can see here, this is Max's paw. Looks good to me. As you can see here, there's some other material. This is Max's tongue. Very healthy tongue. That's Max's eyeball that does not work. That's Max's other eyeball that works slightly better. As you can see, Max's ears, they're in a very perfectly bent position. At least that one is. That one is kind of hard to tell. This is amazing. And so here we see the floor pattern of kind of looks like a broken plate, but that's just the floor. That's just like they live like that. Like there's more pieces of the broken plate. It's just kind of in the ground. As you can see, there is some sort of unidentified piece of furniture here. So hopefully that can get figured out. There's like what is that? Is that my blanket? Is this my blanket? Is this motherfucker just sitting on my blanket? Can you believe it? Unbelievable. As you can see, this is Max's tuft of white hair on his chest. Look at those paws. Like I can't with those paws. Anyway, so that's Max the dog. Seems to be alive and well, and I'll see you soon, buddy. My lord. Please make this a separate vid. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? The show's wrapping up soon. I got a couple more things I'm going to talk about, but we're wrapping up soon, so keep that in mind. And yeah. Someone tagged me on my Discord during the show. Witch Shunt sending me a Discord message while I'm live. I'll watch it later, buddy. I got you. Yo, Blair is still in the chat room. Wow, that's amazing. Kitty Harry fucking Potter is indifferent to Max the dog. Kitty Harry fucking Potter is indifferent to Max the dog. I don't get it. I'm sorry. You're going to have to help me out on that one. Bliarg, as a leftist, I'm getting tired of winning. Anti-SJWs are far-right extremists. It certainly seems to be that way. Joe F. with a $2 super chatamum. What is your fave or most influential channels and media? I don't know. That's a good question. The first one that comes to mind is I love the Michael Brooks show when he was still alive. I would say that's probably the biggest influence for what I do on this show. But I don't watch a lot. You know, I kind of just like read the news every now and then and just kind of like sit at home and do other stuff. I haven't really watched much YouTube at all in the last like month or so. But yeah. As a leftist, socialist, Marxist, you look crazy. You all look totally nuts. This is Sarah bringing us some heavy-hitting analysis here. Let me bring the microphone a little closer for this one. So this is Sarah in the chat room. As a leftist, socialist, Marxist, you just look crazy. You all look totally nuts. Like, this is what, like, imagine, right? Like, what has to go wrong? Like, there's, like, Like, we all know what leftist means. We all know what socialist means. We all know what Marxist means, right? But Sarah has somehow stumbled upon this channel. And this is what my favorite part about getting to this, like, level of popularity where it's like I get random people that stumble in the channel that are just dumb. It's like it's like opening a wildlife preserve, right? And you've got, like, a little piece of the habitat where, like, wild animals can come in and they can, like, look through the glass and see, like, oh, what's that over there? So Sarah says in the chat room, as a leftist, socialist, Marxist, you just look crazy. As a leftist, socialist, Marxist, you just look... Is that, like, are you saying that you yourself are a leftist, socialist, Marxist? Like, as a leftist, socialist, Marxist, I am saying that you look crazy? Is that what that is? You all look totally nuts. What does that mean? Also, when have I talked about Marxism on this show? I barely ever talk about Marxism. So this is really weird stuff. I got another message from Sarah. No intellectual honesty at all. You live in a delusional dream world. It's terrifying. Again, a stunning lack of substance. None of this has been identified, so... To my understanding right now, Sarah is themselves a leftist, socialist, Marxist. And I think that they're upset that we're not Marxists, but the leftist, socialist kind. I don't know what's going on. Sarah says, 66 people isn't popular. My niece gets more views playing with toys. Sure. But again, I never said that, though. Like, I said having a level of popularity where random people can stumble in. Which you just did. Like, you literally, like, I literally described how you got here. And you are just so dumb that you can't even figure out how you got here. Imagine that scenario, right? Like, you're sitting at home, right? And you're on YouTube, and it's like, I'm on YouTube. I have no thoughts, original thoughts, and I'm just wasting my life on YouTube, right? And then, like, you stumble on this show, and then you're just like, leftist, socialist, Marxist. Everyone I disagree with is a leftist, and then also a socialist, and then they're a Marxist. I know what those words mean. I'm very smart, right? And then you type that. Like, your brain is on autopilot right now. You're just chemical reactions. There's no free will going on there. Now, personally, I don't believe in free will in general. But, like, Sarah, definitely not lucid. Like, I'm telling you this right now. You are definitely not lucid. Wow. That is incredible. Lol. Yeah, I can. Because someone put a link in a chat to come troll you. Now, that's actually interesting. So, Sarah... Now, okay, so this identifies the purpose. So, Sarah is here to troll me. Sarah comes into this chat room to troll me. And their attempt at trolling me is, you're a leftist, socialist, Marxist. That's how they try to troll me? That's how they try to troll me? Wow. That's incredible. That's like, it's amazing. Like, again, I'm just sitting here, right? I'm just sitting here. I'm enjoying life. I'm just alive. And some dumb bitch named Sarah, who I've never met before, they don't know me. They've never met me. And yet they hate me. They know nothing about me. Someone just said in a chat room, go troll the leftist Marxist. And then Sarah went to go follow through with those orders without thinking for a second that, like, I'm another human being. Like, there's just, like, again, this person is not lucid. Right? Like, this person is not well in the head. It's incredible. Hey, Bodan, I'm not ignoring you. I'm sorry. I'm really having fun with this one. Like, we got a live one here. It's like when you're fishing. I don't fish because I'm a vegetarian. But, like, you know the concept of when you're fishing, right? And then, like, whoa, 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 right? And then the fish is going like, blah, 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 leftist, blah, 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 Marxist, blah, 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 right? And they're trying to get off the hook. Communism, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's That's Sarah right now. Like, Sarah, like, we've got Sarah on the hook, right? And, you know, again, it's biological functioning, right? It's all chemical reactions here. Like, the fish doesn't know that it's out of water and it's trying to flop as a defense mechanism to get back into water. They don't know that. They just flop because that's what their brain is programmed to do. Sarah was told to go to a chat room and troll, and that's what she does. Leftist! Marxist! Leftist! Like, it's unbelievable. Like, this is a real human being. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'm sorry. Like, again, this is incredible. Like, wow. This is like, again, I'm just having such a great day right now. Let me tell you. Like, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is just really good. Like, this dumb motherfucker comes into my chat room trying to troll me. Of all people. Like that's the thing that's amazing about it, right? Like, if these people knew me at all, like in any capacity, right? If they knew anything about me, right? They would know I love this shit. This is what I live for. Like, some dumb bimbo bitch broad coming into my chat room being a stupid fuck? Are you kidding me? Sign me up! Right? Like, sign me up. That's amazing. Like, look at this. Like, Sarah's goal was to make my life worse, and she has made my life better by a significant margin. It's amazing, dude. Like, these people are just incredible. It's incredible.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet.
My lord. My lord. Wow. That's incredible. Anyway, so I've got more news here. Let's get right into it. Give me a sec. I'm setting up the news. I know, right? Like, look at me. Hey, everybody, I'm setting up the news here. Ha ha ha. Like, oh, don't troll me, please. Right? Like, look at me. I'm a serious person. Please don't troll me. Please. I'm just trying to read the news here. Don't troll me. Definitely don't do that. So we got an article, and so, you know, we're gonna read the article. Wow. Damn. Anyway, so again, hopefully Sarah will be able to get to that doctor's appointment soon. I do wish them well. I know what it's like to be in a position where you've got a doctor's appointment and you can't make it. It's very stressful. And in that position, sometimes you make really bad mistakes. So, again, we need a Medicare for all system in this country so that people like Sarah are not left behind. Because that's really what this is. It's like, they've been ignored their whole life. They've got no friends. And the only people that have even attempted to be their friends or care about them at all don't really care about them as a person, but have ulterior motives. Like, oh, I'll be your friend if you go troll a tranny on YouTube. It's like, imagine, like, that's your prerequisite for friendship, right? I've been there. Having no friends, that sucks. I hope you get help. Anyway, so we got some news here. One AOC, skipped the inauguration. Many people were saying, again, these are tremendous people. They were saying, AOC, where's AOC? Bernie Sanders has mittens, right? Bernie Sanders is like, oh, I got mittens. Where's AOC's mittens? Where are they? Right, they're nowhere because AOC was at a Teamsters union strike. So let's scroll down. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat, New York, skipped the January 20th inauguration festivities in Washington, D.C. for a strike. The congresswoman, known as AOC, showed up at Hunts Point Produce Market in the Bronx, just outside the borders of her congressional district, to support a local Teamsters union whose workers are a big reason New York City has fresh fruit on a reliable basis. Don't you love fresh fruit? I don't personally. It has too much fructose, but that's just me. Claudia Irizarry Aponte, a reporter for the New York-based publication The City, who covers the Bronx, captured Ocasio-Cortez arriving at the picket line Wednesday evening with a pack of coffee and hand warmers wearing work boots. So as we can see here, we have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez existing. She's just like alive. Here we go. Incredible. Incredible. All right, let's move on. Azaria Ponte also captured a part of a speech AOC gave on a bullhorn at the picket. Ocasio-Cortez invited everyone to pull up and show solidarity with the union. Another clip from Gothamist WNYC news editor David Cruz captured more video of Ocasio-Cortez telling the strikers their efforts are a way of asking for transformational change for workers across the United States. Speeches from Assemblymember Amanda Septimo and New York City public advocate Jumaine Williams were also caught on tape. Let's
shoulder to shoulder with each of you all, and for all of our workers here, for all of our other unions that are operating in solidarity coming out here, thank you for showing up.
Hey, I'm protesting it. You want your fresh fruit? You gotta listen to me. That's what AOC is about to say.
And for anybody who might be watching or hearing, who isn't part of you, who's just in the neighborhood, pull up. Pull up. Thank our workers. Bring some hot chocolate. And bring some. We got some Bustelo on deck. It's coming.
All right, so there's that. Let's see.
Better working conditions.
You got 2 minutes of clip here, so I'm not going to play the full thing, right? You can see this for yourself, but dang.
Demanding an end to poverty. Demanding an end to war. Demanding a better material and just outcomes for all people in the United States.
This right here is why I do what I do. Right here. This is why I do what I do.
So yeah, AOC is hanging out with union strikers, and that's amazing. And you can read the rest of this article here. That would be incredible for you to do so. And so again, there's a lot of people out there that may or may not have like a Venn diagram with my audience. There might be a slight cross-section, middle circle, if you will, that think that AOC is like some Machiavellian, like House of Cards character. And that's ludicrous. That's ludicrous. And obviously she's doing really good stuff. I mean, that's just really good. So glad she's doing it, and I'm glad that you listened to me talk about it, because I think this is just all around a really good scenario. I think it is, anyway. And if you disagree, I mean, that's fine, but I don't think you should disagree. Personally, I think that is really cool stuff. Nice video of AOC standing between you and healthcare. Yup, she was literally like, I know, she was standing. There's like a photograph of her holding healthcare. It looked like, you know, a bag of tea or whatever, but she was holding healthcare, and then like she dropped it and it broke. Unbelievable. Is Sarah still here? What happened to Sarah? Sarah couldn't make it through one news story? Her attention span was so small. She couldn't make it through one news story? Are you kidding me? Hey, Jen. Damn, dude, that's sad. Hey, Sam. Hello, Jack Thompson's doppelganger. Damn. Yo, I'm pissed. Sarah couldn't make it through one news story. It's incredible. Like, that's like literally, like, again, I've been really, like, one of the things that I do lately is I love staring at animals just existing. We've got 3 dogs in this house, Cheeto that we brought from North Carolina, and then Bradley and Vera that live here. And I love watching them interact. I love, like, watching them just exist. Like, you know, Vera likes to jump up on my lap and then I pet her. And, like, literally within seconds, like, if I, like, pick up my phone to like check Twitter or something, she hops off and goes to find another lap to get pet on. Right? Like, and it's like literally her entire life, like this dog, her entire life is predicated upon 1, being there for a human to pet, and then 2, getting pets from a human, in that order. And as soon as that opportunity is no longer viable, they leave. And that's what Sarah reminds me of, a dog. Ian Kinzel, $5. Here's more Vouch Dark money for you. Also, Lol at the idea that AOC aligns with the left just for power. Come on, people. We're not that powerful. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. And also, that's correct. We are not that powerful. Do they play? They've played a little bit. But not much. Sarah can't compete with you in the battle of arguments? Absolutely. The free marketplace of ideas is... I'm standing alone on this day. I dropped my phone once next to a dog, and now the dog is afraid of phones. Oh no, the doggy. No. Alright, so I've got one more story here, and I know what you're about to say. I understand. So, real quick, I want to say that I've made a lot of videos on this subject. A lot, actually. Like a significant amount of videos I have made on this subject. So many. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. So many videos, actually, that I decided to make a playlist, of which I'm
concise as I possibly can.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, autoplayed. So I have a playlist here that I actually made. And I'm advertising this before I get into the clip because, you know, why not? So I got a playlist. If you want to watch the entirety of the Force the Vote saga, and I'm going to do this with other things too. Like, I'm going to have like a Donald Trump saga. So if you want to watch the Force the Vote saga from start to beginning, you can do so. Every video I've made on the subject in the order I made them in are up here. And I'm about to make another video. So here's a clip of Jimmy Dore. And I'm not entirely sure when this clip is, but this is a clip of Jimmy Dore saying that we need to work with Nazis to take on the rich and powerful.
That's unbelievable. And that's what I've been saying. The populist left and the populist right have to come together to fight against the oligarchy.
So again, I just want to make it very clear that there is no such thing as the populist right. That's called neo-Nazism. That's what that is. All right, we're going to give you health care, but only for the white people. Huh. What does that sound familiar, right?
And then we can get back to fighting each other. I can't wait to get back to us fighting a bunch of left-right issues. But the issues we're fighting over right now are not left-right issues. It's us against them issues. So spending $742 billion on war every year, while people are under mountains of student debt, have no health care, and will live paycheck.
Like, does Jimmy Dore actually think that Nazis give a shit about student debt? Like, does he actually care? Like, does he actually think that? I think he does, because when the Capitol insurrection occurred, he was talking about how, like, oh, if they just had $2,000 checks, none of this would have happened. Yeah, it's economic anxiety. Yeah, if only the neo-Nazi who wants to beat down and murder women of color just had their student loans gotten like... Does he actually think this?
Check to paycheck? That's not a left-right issue. That's a top-down, that's us against them issue. Stopping the wars and investing that money back home, that's not a left-right issue. An infrastructure, building back America, that's not a left-right issue. Trump promised it, Obama promised it, Biden promised it, none of them are fucking doing it. It's not a left-right issue. It's them against us.
Now, I just want to say, I agree with that part. Lovely cameo in the background, by the way. I agree with that part. It is a top-down issue. That doesn't mean that you tell your leftist audience to work with Nazis and attack AOC on Twitter all day. If it's a top-down issue, you should be saying that as a way to de-radicalize Nazis. Yes. Why do Nazis care so much about eradicating non-white males? Why is that so important to them? It's weird. Like, instead of worrying about eradicating people that aren't like you, why don't we just, rebuild our roads? That should be a de-radicalization argument. But that's not what Jimmy Dore does. Jimmy Dore claims to be a progressive, right? He says himself, I get 10 to 12 million views a month. My progressive audience. He gets super chats frequently from Donald Trump fans for large amounts of money. This guy's purpose is similar to Rising on the Hill with Crystal Ball and Sagar. I forget his last name. But the purpose is to funnel left-wing or those that would be left-wing funnel them away from leftist projects, funnel them away from socialism, funnel them away from intersectionality, and funnel them to this weird pseudo like populist, like there's a new form of populism. There's the populist left that just wants everyone to have health care, and then there's the populist right that only wants white people to have health care, and they're the same because yeah. What? Like, I don't know, man. This guy's just a dumb motherfucker. And you're damn right. I'm going to keep making videos about him because he's a dumb motherfucker. And that's what I do on my show. I cover news and I do media critique. Those are my two main things. News, media critique. That simple. So if you get upset at me holding Jimmy Dore accountable, I'm sorry. Chances are you're just a dumb fanboy fucker. And I think you need to find better heroes, personally. But I know, right, as soon as I post this clip, you're going to scroll down and, like, fucking, defending AOC, she's standing in the way of Africa. Meanwhile, oh yeah, let's just work with Nazis. I'm sure that'll go well. Populist right. Fucking populist right. Could you imagine? And you know what? The thing of that Jimmy Dore, right? The thing about it is that, let's be honest here. If Nazis took control of anything, Jimmy Dore is not on their kill list. Jimmy Dore won't get censored. If Nazis took control of the government, I'd be dead. They would kill me if they had power to do so. They've tried to. I've been swatted. I've had cops beat the shit out of my family because these people don't like transgender people. Right? Jimmy Dore is sitting pretty in his $2 million studio, or rather, sorry, compound, right? Far away from the ramifications of what the populist right would do if they had power. Far away from those ramifications. And that's why he says this shit. Because as far as he's concerned, it's just about policy. It's not about strategy. Strategy is irrelevant. If you say that I support Medicare for all, well, there you go. You said I support Medicare for all. Boom. You're done. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to, I don't know, phone bank to have other people in your neighborhood support Medicare for all. You don't need to, I don't know, go to a union meeting and try to, tell the workers that they should ask for, healthcare expansions. You don't, organize, a political candidate to use the power of those unions and those labor organizations to try to win an elected office and maybe expand something like Medicaid in a specific state. Nah, fuck that shit. If you just go on Twitter or on your podcast and say, Medicare for all now, that's it. You don't need to do anything else. And if a Nazi comes on your show and says, Medicare for all, ha-ha, wink, that's good enough. Fuck anything else. Strategy? Implementing it? Whatever. Medicare for all now. If I say it, it must be real. And that's the problem with these dumb motherfuckers. But anyway, that's all I got on Jimmy Dore. AOC in the streets, Dore in his $1 million home. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that just amazing to think about? Lots of regular chatters are basking in Jimmy Dore's copium. I know, I love it. But yeah, if you want to watch the entirety of the Force the Vote saga, I'm going to make other playlists. If anyone has other ideas for playlists, I might do like a primary saga. And like, this is something that like, if you want to go back in time and watch like older videos, you could do so. That's kind of what my idea here is I want to make like little playlists where it's like, if you want to watch all my videos on Bernie Sanders in the primary when I thought he was going to win, right? And you want to cry for the, 4 hours or however long the playlist would last, I'm going to make that a playlist. If you want a playlist of me shitting all over Elizabeth Warren during the primary, I'll make a playlist, right? So that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to make some playlists. Marjorie playlist. I should do a Marjorie playlist. I was like kind of on top of that one. Dore's chat section was cringy before the whole Force the Vote thing. I mean, that's why the Force the Vote thing happened. Dore being cringy has to be a prerequisite. Like, you're not going to have someone do this dumb plan who's not cringy. Like, you're not going to like go up to like anyone who's got half a brain and say, hey, we're going to attack AOC on Twitter and on our YouTube show every single day for 2 months straight. You in? Right? You're not gonna, like, no one else but Jimmy Dore would be in for that, or Ryan Knight, or any of these fuckers. Nancy Pelosi saga. I haven't covered Nancy Pelosi that much, to be honest. I'd have to look through. It depends. But, yeah. So, again, I'd like to say thank you all for watching the show. Again, I will be back to normal broadcasting soon. Today's what, Friday? Yeah, so I might be going home on Sunday. I might be going home later than that. I'll keep y'all posted. And does anyone have questions before I evacuate? Anyone? Yeah, I have to wait for the stream delay, right? Doesn't that suck? Damn. One of these days, right? One of these days, we're gonna get like instantaneous. Like, I'm gonna say words, and you're gonna hear them literally instantly. One of these days. Today is not that day, though. Republicans all over Dore's chat? Of course, of course. I made a video about it. You can go watch it in the saga. Happy weekend, folks. Yo, same. How do I become cool like you? You watch this stream every single morning for at least 3 weeks. I appreciate shitposting here. Same. Bye, says Jeffrey. Bye, says Andrea. Fun Police. Love it, Andrea. Happy to hear family is doing better. Yep, me too. Me too. Mr. Freak Glitcha says, ho about a Nancy Pelosi Frieza saga. Well, first of all, I think you utilizing the language of ho in this context is very, very damaging to me as a person and to just women everywhere. And also, Frieza is spelled with 2 E's, if you knew what you were talking about. Destroyed. What do you think would have happened if Trump was in the ranks when they stormed the Capitol? I don't know. Ask me again tomorrow. Trust me, I've been watching for months, and I have like 1 million Lamborghinis now. See? There you go. Billiard Dilliard showing you what's up. Favorite Bible verse? I like Corinthians 2. I think Corinthians 1 was decent, right? But this is one of those examples of the sequel being better than the original. You know, Corinthians 1, it's all right. But Corinthians 2, damn. Have a great rest of your day. I plan on it. Mark, fucking love your show. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji. That's not even just a regular heart emoji. It's a heart beating emoji. Amazing. I too got rich from the show. I also got rich from the show. Do you ever watch the Rational National channel? I see a couple clips, but I don't have that much time to watch other shows, especially this week. But I have seen some clips, that kind of stuff. I try to stay aware of my competition because, you know, my competition, right? I'm a capitalist, right? People coming into my chat room, you're a leftist, Marxist, social. No, fuck that shit. I'm a capitalist, baby. Rational National, I'm coming for you. Just kidding. I'm just joking, obviously. Yeah, so, that's it. If you have anything else to say, hold it for tomorrow. And, I'll be back soon. So, thank you for tuning in. And, goodbye.
Eight months after his alleged meeting with the Burmese executives. So this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese. A real beautiful company.
He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes.
Really?
And I resent.
Are you talking
like
about Hunter?
hell.
Are you talking about Hunter?
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about.
I don't know Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military.
He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. He
For
wasn't dishonorably.
cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president. Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ, but those with the lowest IQ, but those with the lowest IQ.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Bottom line, the American dream, the great American dream versus being a socialist hellhole.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know. $7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family. I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other by